Hello, this is Linda G. Robert, your solution lady, your coach, and your teacher, with another tip. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2019. This is January 1st, the first day of the year, and for a lot of us, a fresh new start. Now, interestingly enough, last night I was teaching, and I was teaching some students from China, and they had already celebrated their new year. They were waking up to a brand new year when I met with them, and I was still in December 2018. It was so weird because it made me realize how much time sometimes has an impact in our lives. And so this brief video is about time and how we view things. So it's a new year, and isn't it kind of weird how from a few hours to waking up the next day to a brand new day, how we could shift our way of thinking, shift our way of viewing things. Now it's a new year. Listen to those words, new. That means it's a new beginning. It's a rejuvenation. It's something that could be novel for us. So how about having changes in the way we think? You know, oftentimes we are in our own way. Basically, last night, wherever I was, it was still my present moment. And for them, the students in China, they were in their present moment. So what if it was, December 31st where I lived and January 1st where they lived? We were still in the same moment, in the same moment. So I don't have to wait until January 1st to make changes. I can make changes now, right in this very, very moment. So what is getting in your way? Now, I was thinking about that yesterday when I was recording my new program. I was talking about success and how success really starts with you. Success starts with visioning and starts with goal setting. Now, without vision, we can't get to where we want to go. But without goals, we can't really walk towards our visions. And without actions, we can't really accomplish our goals and, of course, reach our vision. So when I was going through that last night, I was thinking, wow, what is getting in my own way? What makes the difference between somebody who's successful and somebody who's not? And basically, it's this. It's how we view things. It's what we focus on. Now, I was thinking as well that a lot of times it's the fear that prevents us from being successful. The fear helps us to stay put. It sometimes can be a protective factor, for sure, but it also prevents us from adventuring off into territories that are very, very different for us, or new for us, or scary for us. So fear has its place, but fear is also something that prevents us from truly enjoying some parts of our lives, and in fact, every part of our life. How much are you allowing fear from holding you back and from getting in your own way? One thing that I've noticed too is that I like stability. I like things as status quo, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I've been in my office for maybe 2-3 years now. My computer has been in the same spot for about 2-3 years. But this year, I want things to be different. And so the only way that I can make things different is if I accept that, okay, it's going to require change. So I started doing those changes. I moved the computer into this room here. And then I gradually started to move other things as well. And I noticed at the beginning I wasn't too comfortable with the change. So, every time there's a change, there's going to be a period of instability. Remember in some of the other videos that I did, we're calling that the end of a new period and not yet the new beginning. This is the transition period. So that transition period, the period that I'm going through now, can sometimes take a long time, but it doesn't have to necessarily, depending on the situation, if I move this as well. So my thoughts might still be stuck in the past. My thoughts might not have reached my goals yet or my idea of what I want. The minute I decide to focus on what it is that I want, right here, right now, the thoughts are going to match. The vibration's going to match. And now I'm going to start feeling more comfortable with the change. So what is holding you back? Is it fear? Is it your perception of what's going on? Are you holding on to things in the past? This is a new year, but it's in fact just another day. It's just another day. I woke up this morning to another day. And every day, in fact, every hour, every minute, we have an opportunity to make a difference. We have an opportunity to focus on something that's important to us. And if we don't focus on what's important to us, we'll allow those other day-to-day things to take over. And you know what, we'll do that because we're human beings after all, and it's really difficult to keep the focus on things like all the time. So if that's your situation where you're having a hard time focusing on something all the time, set yourself a timer. Tell yourself, okay, I'm going to focus on something for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Set the timer for 5 minutes. I'm going to focus on writing in my journal for 10 minutes. And you put the timer on 10 minutes. Or I'm going to focus on developing this new program for at least an hour. And then I put the timer on for at least an hour. So at the very least, you have decided, cautiously decided to focus your attention on one thing in particular for X amount of time. And you'll notice as well that as you do that, the fear seems to just leave. The other thing I want to say about fear, sometimes it's a lot bigger than what it really is. Sometimes we imagine the worst thing, and it's that fear that keeps us stuck back. So I'm going to suggest visualization. I love visualization. I practice it a lot. Simply closing our eyes and seeing ourselves successful, seeing ourselves accomplish what it is we want to accomplish, seeing ourselves at the end when we've accomplished what we want to accomplish, that feeling that we have, and little by little moving in that direction. Of course, it requires goals, and it requires planning, and it requires action. You have to take action to gradually get to the end of that goal. So little by little, using visualization for me helps a lot. Now, this is Linda G. Robert, your solution lady, your coach, your teacher. And if you do want additional information on my services, or you want more tips, I'd suggest that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can also go on my website at www.lindagrobert.com. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.